Welcome to Unwrap with me, your girl Helen. You guys, we have a great show for you today. I want you to sit back, relax, because the ladies I have today always make headlining shows, always make headlining events. Talk about the champagne picnic, talk about Lusaka July, talk about the Penthouse Party. I'm talking about the PR girls, Chishimba and Monde Nyambe. They are here with me today. Let's get to unwrap them and get to know them a little more. Join me on the other side. Welcome back. So I mentioned that I'll be chatting with the PR girls at Monde and Chishimba. Hi ladies.
Hi Helen, how are you?
Good. So look, the way you're talking, I was saying that you guys are like twins. So this is Monde and this is Chishimba. So they look alike.
We're sisters.
We're sisters.
Yeah, you do look.
Well, apparently look like twins.
You look like twins because who is older?
I'm older. I'm the older one.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone says I look like the younger one.
Yeah.
And it's been like that our whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, just tell me a little bit about your background, and that's what I want to know. You guys are very close. Not all sisters are this close. You work together and you seem to be best friends. Just tell me a little bit about your upbringing.
I think we've always grown up really close.
Yeah.
I think that's something that people pick up first of all, before anything else.
Yeah.
I think we grew up in a family that's close anyway. So we're close as siblings. We come from a family of 4 children. My mom being a single parent.
Yeah.
So 2 boys who have settled in Australia now, and the 2 of us who are in Zambia, and my mom lives on the Copper Belt.
Oh.
So all of us are in different areas working.
Yeah.
So we tend to always think that we hold each other's hand, and then when we're with the rest of the family, we're like, okay, you go away, I'm tired of you. But it's never quite the case. It's just always nice to have family around, and I think we come from a family that's always valued friendships within the family.
Where's your dad? You said your mom was a single parent.
Our dad passed away when we were really young.
Yeah.
I think I was 2 months old,
Oh,
and she was about like 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you staying then? My condolences, by the way. Where were you staying then? That's like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Where were you staying then? Zambia? Were you guys brought up in Zambia?
Yes, I was born in Lusaka. Monde was born in Chingola, but we grew up all over in a way.
Okay.
Home is in Chingola. That's our hometown. That's what we consider home.
Yeah.
Because even my parents came to Lusaka for work.
Okay.
They
From
met
the
on the
Copper
Copper
Belt.
Belt.
Okay.
My dad being Lozi and my mom being Bemba.
Okay.
So when they met on the Copper Belt, they worked for Zambia Railways, and they moved to Lusaka to work. So they worked together and they got married, and maybe this is why we work within the family. I don't know.
Did they work together?
Yes, he worked for the railways as well.
I didn't know that. Wow, that's so weird.
So you just unwrapped something that you didn't know.
Imagine
You
on
got into
Helen's Unwrapped.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like the working together within the family. You did your schools where? Lusaka, Chingola.
So yeah, she's
So
the one that's
confusing.
No,
Okay, so basically we were born here in Zambia, Chichi Lusaka, and myself Chingola, when mom worked, I think she worked in Lusaka, and we moved to Windhoek when we were, I think I was 8 and she was 10, 11, or somewhere around there. So a huge chunk of our, young life we spent in Windhoek.
Okay.
I do know Chichi finished her year 12 there, and I only went up to year 10 around there. Then we moved back. When we moved back to Zambia, Chichi moved to Canada. And then when she moved back, and then we both moved to Australia. So it's a lot of moving around. It's a little bit of everything.
But I think in the moment when it's happening, you're just
It's just normal.
it's normal. But then when someone asks you, like, where did you really
grow up, and you can't
really place it, because and this is why we say, when people ask about our events and how they're international foreign concepts, it's like, well, we consider ourselves global citizens, and equally for her, and when we lived in Australia, we met a whole lot of different people, Brazilians that had been working there, and because you're an international student and you're like an immigrant.
Yeah.
So everyone to you is, you're looking to meet everyone.
Yeah. And that's why I really asked where you grew up from, because there's a certain touch that your events have that can tell you that, oh, these guys have been somewhere, they've been exposed in many places. It makes sense. Okay, just before I continue chatting with you guys, I want us to take a musical break, and Monde, pick a Zambian music video that I can show right now.
You know what Zambian music video I'm feeling right now?
Yeah?
And Chichi got me onto it. J-Rocks and Delish.
Let's check out J-Rocks and Delish with Back in July.
Me tell them I am not the same like them. Me was born from a gunshot. Now there's a lot of fire burning in me vein, and nobody can stop that. You know me done that. Them cinnamon trying to make it in the city, wave after wave. Them cinnamon trying to make it in the city, wave after wave. It all started out back in July. Tente daddy tente back in July. Denja manja tenteng back in July. Tente daddy tenteng back in July. Denja manja teng teng. Man of the moment, but me thought they can't see the things I've been through. Look up straight up, proper. Been to Veba Kamba sending an ame singa yes so change I've been to. Look up straight up, proper. Me realizing that me guys been depriving that life to a man that Jordan put it on. Look up straight up, proper. Meet me jar when you try get jelly and toss a stand. Look up straight up, proper. What makes them think they can be man on a level that the devil cannot see You got next when you see tie, I got next when fees fly. The bees buzz, they plug on these with these bars. A lot wanna get a piece of pie, but they ain't asking you know what? Me tell them I am not the same like them. Me was born from a gunshot. Now there's a lot of fire burning in me vein, and nobody can stop that. You know me done that. Them cinnamon trying to make it in the city, wave after wave. Them cinnamon trying to make it in the city, wave after wave. It all started out back in July. Tente daddy tente back in July. Denja manja tenteng back in July. Tente daddy tenteng back in July. Denja manja tenteng.
They call me D-Money, stay stunning. Everywhere the girl go, she make money. They cannot see nothing when I'm gunning. African bad gal, she a running. Me realizing that the guys, they got their eyes intact on this top burner. Summer turn up. See me when that girl pull up, they all man up. Oh, we be on that wavy level. Oh, we be on the pedal to the metal. Cruising from the city where we come from. Got some people that will confirm. We got that city going da-da, eh, eh. We got that city going da-da, eh, eh.
Me tell them I am not the same like them. Me was born from a gunshot. Now there's a lot of fire burning in me vein, and nobody can stop that. You know me done that. Them cinnamon trying to...
Alrighty, so that is J-Rocks and Delish with Back in July. Beautiful video and song right there. Okay, so guys, are you dating?
Maybe. Are you dating?
That always. Well, you know why I'm hesitating?
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel that everyone's definition of dating is different.
Okay, let me move from dating to are you in a relationship?
Okay, no, I'm not in a relationship.
Okay, but you're dating.
Checking.
Seeing what's
there.
You?
When I have the time.
I think it's the same. You know, you kind of realize that, you know, with everything that's going around you, with people in relationships, or even just how fragile relationships are when you're in the entertainment industry, it's not something that you just want to jump into.
Yeah.
So yes, there's potentials. Yes, there's people that you're spending time with, but before you jump into it, it's just something that takes a lot of careful consideration. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy that my sister and I both agree on that one, so we don't have to push each other like, no, that guy is not right for you.
You were on Date My Family season 1.
Yes.
It didn't win.
Was that season 1?
It was.
Oh, wow.
It feels like a lifetime ago. But yeah, no, it worked.
That's right.
So you're still in a relationship with him?
Unfortunately, because the other person, I mean, Hoga is a great guy. I think everybody saw on TV how compatible we were. and we're still very much in touch, and we have a great friendship and a great relationship. And when we're ready to state exactly
what you are,
what we are, we will. You've taken too long.
I know. People have been waiting.
Yes, we've been waiting. We want to see.
Know,
we're hoping sometimes on your Instagram you're just like, is she going to post him? Because we want to know if they're together, did it work? I've been today saying like, I think that my family should at the end of the season
do a reunion.
So with all the
couples.
Yes, who worked.
That is a smart idea.
Like,
that is a smart idea.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. But who knows? Maybe next time you'll be unwrapping me and Hogger.
Nice. I hope so. Okay, so here's the thing. When people look at you and they're just thinking, oh, these ladies, they're hard workers. I think they don't have enough time for relationships and they're difficult. You know how guys will look at a lady sometimes because you guys are ambitious and you work hard and you get what you want. Some people will say such women don't even need marriage. What's your take on marriage?
You know what? Marriage is something that I don't necessarily think about because I think that's kind of jumping the gun.
Yeah.
But kill me if you may, but I really don't think marriage is a big deal.
Yeah.
And by that I mean it's just about the flow of life, and if you meet someone and you're just like, okay, I feel like I can spend the rest of my life with this person, then you wing it. Otherwise, if you don't feel that way, just live your life and enjoy the moment and enjoy the experiences. Yeah. I think the moment that you try and make it like, oh, it's this thing that I need, to be defined, to be valued, to be called a woman, to be called successful, then you're like, no, actually, you might end up making a wrong decision because you need marriage for validation. And I think that's where a lot of things go wrong, because look, we are young, we are surrounded by a lot of young people and all around, and I'm saying this on my personal experience, I'm yet to see a marriage that kind of like inspires me or motivates me to think marriage is something that is I must have, I want it will make me a better person. But again, it's all about background. We were raised by a single parent. We've never looked at marriage as something that's highly important personally. But yeah, if you meet someone and you feel like you want to join your union, make sure you're safe with your assets. And the life, then do it. But I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think marriage is a big deal.
I think marriage is beautiful when it's authentic and when two people are actually ready for it. Unfortunately, that's a very rare story, and I wouldn't say that because of the rareness of that story that I wouldn't want to get married. I'm a sucker for love. I love to see people in love. I love to see myself in love. But I just think it's important to work on yourself first. And if you know that you'll be coming to the table and not leaving enough on the table for the other person to feel that you must fall in love with yourself first. You must be complete first. Unfortunately, our culture tells us that you're not a complete person unless you get married, which I completely disagree with. I think if you're not a complete person, then you're not ready to get married. And I think the beauty of life is you go through it, falling in love with yourself and what you love to do and your ambition and your goals, and along the way you meet someone that actually falls in love with that person that you are and who accepts you for who you are. And if it happens that way, like Monde is saying, then it does. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But it's not, I wouldn't want little girls out there to feel like as a woman you have to be married.
For you to be complete.
For you to,
it's marriage is as good a blessing as a child. You don't know, Some women have kids, some women don't. Some women get married, some women don't. Don't go into something even when you know it's wrong because you're desperate to be called a woman or to be called a missus.
Cool. I like that. Okay, so moving, would you date somebody of the same sex?
I wouldn't.
I'm straight as an arrow. I love my men. Okay?
I love my men.
Men are just so beautiful.
Pyramid, How did it come up? I met you first when you were working for Mojo.
Yes. You
were just public relations there. Then suddenly you came up with this PR Girl Media, and we saw your sister. You guys are doing great things. How did it come up?
We always say it was a combination of our passion My sister had always been holding my hand in my career, as I had been holding her hand in her career, and it became ridiculous at some point because we were so involved in each other's lives that it was like, listen, like, I've been working in public relations, I've studied public relations, I'm good at this, at branding and communications, and you're really good at planning and logistics, and you're business minded, and she's got a really good knack for what will make business sense and what won't. I'm a creative, so I'll go with whatever I feel is fun to do and will be great to do, but may not necessarily translate into money or have business worth. So it just felt like at the time when I was in Zambia working, she was still in Australia, and I asked her, look, like, come down and work with me. Let's see what this could be. So we licensed the company that I had been operating under, and she actually fought for me to keep PR Girl. Because when I was freelancing, I put everything under PR Girl. So when we sat down, we're like, okay, so what are we going to call the company? And she said, look, don't call it anything else. Anything else would be unauthentic, because this is your story. This is about the PR Girl. This is. So I was like, okay, so PR Girl Media. And she's like, yeah, just keep it. Let's just roll with it. So now I'm learning from her, and she's learning from me, and it makes me so proud that she's picked up all the PR lessons, and she can actually stand in front of an audience and discuss PR in detail like she studied it. So
no, she's good at training. I always tell her that.
Yeah. So what did you study before we go to break?
So I did computer science.
Oh, and then PR, then it's...
Yeah.
Okay, we'll continue chatting. Let's just take a short break, then we'll be back.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's take a break and still chatting with the PR. So I'm still chatting with PR Girl. We were talking about how PR Girl Media came up, and you talked about freelancing and now working together. But I must say, you have one of I think your events are like top notch, and everyone looks forward to coming, and everyone wants to look good. I think something that Zambians thought they would not do. If you look at Lusaka July, the designs that people just come up with, we see designers. How did you get the courage to say we can hold this big event in Zambia and people will turn up? Because I think it would take you analyzing, looking at the market and thinking, yeah.
It hasn't always started big. You know, a lot of people actually think we've only done Lusaka July twice.
Yeah.
When really we've done it three times. This year will be the fourth year.
Yeah.
The first time we did Lusaka July, it was very simple, but we fought for the concept. It was at Roma Park. We didn't even have a polo game. All we did was put up a screen and showed polo games on the screen.
Yeah.
We had about 60 people. And it was tiny. It was small.
It was very tiny. But we literally had only 30 people purchase tickets. The other 30 were just freebies. Invitees of like corporates. But everybody fell in love with the idea. But it's a beautiful journey.
The Penthouse Party. The Penthouse Party, you painted the city red, but the promos, people were like, oh, this doesn't even look like a party. It looks like people are just going to be sleeping with each other, that kind of thing. Yeah. And then there was a rumor, I don't know if you guys heard it, where some people actually saying these ladies are being funded by some big men who paid them, and then they'll be selling girls right there at the party. No. So that's why.
What?
No, for real. I'm telling you what I heard, and
I wish I want that money.
That's why the promos are like this. Is so sexual.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell us now about. I want to know Penthouse Party.
You know what? I honestly think sometimes we jump way too forward and leave our countrymen and women behind.
Yeah.
And I think it's deliberate because we've gotten to a point where we want to be impressive not just to Zambians. The caliber of advertising and promotional material that we put out has to be international standard. Penthouse Party, for anybody else who's wondering what Penthouse Party is, it threw off people a little bit because we're coming from the classy Lusaka July, and it's the same people that have come up with Penthouse Party. But the theme of Penthouse Party is we sat down and we said, what do you think we would do if P. Diddy asked us to throw a party for him?
Literally.
Oh, so
Yeah.
P. Diddy is wild.
Exactly. But he's
But
rich,
he's fun.
and he's fun, and he's classy, and he's successful. And you know what? He's apologetic about black excellence. So Penthouse Party, for anybody who's wondering, makes us want to be a little bit more youthful, a little bit more playful, but also celebrate black excellence. I think
And hard work.
And hard work. And that's why it's always in December. Because the idea is you've worked so hard this
January,
year.
yeah.
You've made your money. Guys, shipwe. That's that's Penthouse Party.
Okay.
And yes, the ads were provocative, but that was the whole point. We really wanted to push the agenda and really get
We wanted to
people
throw the public off their seats.
off the seats.
Okay.
And I think
go,
that
wow.
if you want to do that with the Zambian public, use sexual innuendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did push it.
And also it was the theme red. Red is a very sensual color.
Okay, on that note, we take another break. Pick a song.
You know what? I have to go with a woman, and this is a woman that always has amazing videos.
Yeah.
Salma Sky, Triple Threat.
Okay, let's check out Salma Sky with Triple
You're a triple threat and they're not. That's why they hate on you. You're hot, so hot. You're a triple threat, you're hot. This triple threat and they're not. That's why they hate on you. You're hot, so hot. New agenda. Every time that I step by, they wonder if I model how I stay fly. But I'm a triple threat, part of the best five. Album bound for #1, standard set high. Hey, ain't saying it was easy. Put it your radios and your TV. So when you see me, shout out and wave. Then it's back to this money, I'm about getting paid. Countless a time, I used to daydream of this moment, now falling in line. Was hoping it all could be mine. So I worked and I worked at it every day from morning to night. They always criticize when a pretty girl shines. They never see me grind. Always moving strings like a violin. Sky music getting bigger than y'all need. You're a triple threat and they're not. That's why they hate on you. You're hot, so hot. You're a triple threat, you're hot. This triple threat and they're not. That's why they hate on you. You're hot, so hot. New agenda. Miss Triple Threat, say my name. It's a wonderful world when I bring it non-stop. I made tons of hits and not even one flop. Jaws dropping, the audience cheers. The game is my car, I'm the one that steers. Some of y'all should be ashamed, you ain't doing it right. Let me show you what to do on the mic. You're getting murked by an R&B lady. I should charge you, but you probably got no bills to pay. I can do it all, so why not try? If you ain't got skills, just walk on by. I'm a triple threat, competition is few. I ace anything I put my mind to.
Welcome back. So that is Salma Sky with Miss Triple Threat. Love the song, love the video.
Yeah.
I love her rap.
I know, right?
That's what I'm saying. It just threw me off the chair. I was like, what?
Maybe that's what you need to be doing.
Yeah, I think so. Exactly. That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, she rocked it.
No, she
rocked
threw us
it.
off. That was great.
Okay, so there's a game we play here called Crush and Rant. I'm gonna give you 3 names. Whatever I ask you have to pick from the 3 names. You know Slap D, right? You know Costa Mansa, right?
Yes.
You know KB Killer Beats, right? Okay, so who do you have a crush on? Each one will give me their own name.
Just between the 3.
Yeah.
You don't have any names.
No?
But is that an imposed
You know,
crush?
I'll definitely go for KB for crush.
Yeah. And you?
Only because I absolutely love him.
Yeah.
Costa Mansa. He's my good
Who
friend.
would you date?
Definitely KB.
Can I be honest? I can't put a face to KB, but if Chichi is highlighting KB, now I'm like, who's KB?
Tall.
Oh yeah, he's very tall.
Guys, Costa Mansa for his brain.
Who would you marry?
Loyalty.
Who would you marry?
Definitely marry Costa.
Okay.
Dude, it's Costa
It's
Mansa,
been
Costa Mansa.
Costa
I'm
Mansa.
consistent.
Loyalty, we know
Okay.
he's a friend, but do you have to make it so obvious?
Yes, crush, marry,
Kill.
kill. All three.
Yeah, you know who I'll kill.
All right.
I don't know who would you kill.
Slap.
guys didn't even pick him, so yeah, you would kill. Any last words?
Oh, Helen, you're gonna give us a chance to say last words?
She talks so much.
Yeah,
She
we've
loves
already
her
said.
part. No, thank you for having
thank
us.
you so
It's
much.
always nice chatting with you.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. I've enjoyed having you guys on
No,
the show.
thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so this has been Unwrapped with me, your girl Helen. I was chatting with the Piara girls. I hope you've learned something. Like we always say, this show may be entertaining, but do learn one or two things from our guests. Remember to like our Facebook page, Unwrapped with Helen, and please keep your eyes close to the page so you don't miss out anything with Unwrapped. With me, your girl Helen, and the entire crew, it's bye-bye.